It it's time for Monday Night Raw. A fun-filled day of excitement when you know you've got to watch Monday Night Raw. Sorry, I can't sound more enthusiastic, but Monday Night Raw is quite drab most of the time. Hello, Fallen Man. How are you today, mate? Alright, that should be that. Let's find the wrestling. Let's see which one's more ahead today.
I don't know how old I was. I hope someday.
I'm gonna massively knock that sound down. Oh damn, what have you been doing for 7 hours away from home, mate? Okay, I got the most ahead one. I was getting a new camper and it got stuck in the mud, so it took a while to get out free from the mud. Oh damn, man, that's not a good way to spend your day. I should probably put the message on I'm live. Oops, wrong again. There we go, we are live. Yay! Great, I really want to see this match again. Oh, MVP's back. Again. Thought he was leaving. The bloody hell is going on? I'm confused. Oh, great. I really want to see this match. 8-man tag. Seth and his cronies versus Samoa Joe, Viking Raiders, and Kevin Owens. That sounds like it's going to be a thrilling match. Oh, we're already setting up to be a... Oh, great. They're already in the ring. Seth and his cronies. Yay. Boo! Boo Seth Rollins, boo! What are you chatting shit about? You're here to just chat shit. Boo Seth Rollins. Great. It was a good performance from Kevin. Hello, Tuggy. I hope you're having a wonderful day and a delightful evening. Yes. Yes. John said CM Punk is the best in the world. You've convinced him. That is wonderful, yes. My premonition came true. The badness of John has been destroyed, yes. You could say the evil within John has been deleted. Delete, delete. Delete! Delete! Yes! It's Kevin Owens! Does he? It's okay, Black. It's okay. No, you're nobody's Monday Night Messiah. Boo, you are nobody's Messiah. Hello, Thorminator, how are you? Yes, Kevin. Oh. I don't know, Dougie. Maybe to look more like a douche than he already does. He honestly just looks like a massive douche, doesn't he? Yeah, I imagine so, Thorminator, to be honest, with it being in LA. No, Dougie's retired. He'll be there in a he'll be there in a talking capacity only, mate. He won't wrestle. Oh, that'd be so good, but The Rock won't wrestle anymore. Yeah, unfortunately, The Rock just makes too much money from not wrestling to actually want to wrestle ever again. We could probably get a 5-second squash match like we did with Eric Rowan, but we won't get a full-on match, unfortunately, I don't think. Mate, I ain't got that kind of money to bet. Fair point. That is a why is Becky Lynch coming out? They couldn't have let them leave the ring first? No? You know what I'd find funny if Becky accidentally launched the belt ring straight into the crowd? Yeah, I like him, Dougie. I definitely do like Kevin Owens and his group. A lot more than Seth Rollins and his group, to be honest. AOP are quite bland. The Viking Raiders aren't a hell of a lot better, but at least the Viking Raiders are slightly more entertaining than the AOP. Oh, why did the graphic just say tonight? Is it next or tonight? Make your mind up. Me too, Dougie, me too. Nah, I'll go with a redhead, mate. I'd rather bang Becky than Alexa Bliss, to be honest. I saw part of it. I need to watch the whole thing. Come on. I hate commercials. Ugh. The Sinners really does look interesting. Thursday. I might check that out. Boo! Boo NXT! Boo! We don't like NXT. No NXT audio. We don't want to listen to NXT. I don't think I'd go as far as saying she's the worst wrestler in the world, because I've seen a lot worse, but I get your sentiment. She's a very boring champion now and really does need to drop the belt. About to say, I did not want to see that. Let's just kind of get this match out of the way. Now that's Charlotte. To be fair, Charlotte touches anything, it turns to crap. So, again, I get your sentiment, but I think Becky is on a slight better par as a person I would be willing to see. Oh yeah, no Dominator. What is she even going on about? Who is another tag team Thorminator? There's literally no challengers. The Iconics aren't on TV, and there's legit no other women tag teams. The belts are basically just an accessory at this point. They're not actually really championships anymore. No, that's not a team anymore, mate. Liv Morgan is a completely different person than what she was. Unfortunately. Well, fortunately, because Liv Morgan's really good. Yeah, they're not a team anymore. No, there's literally no women tag teams. It's kind of a... We want these championships. Nah, 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 nah. And then, there you go. We'll take them off the people that wanted them, and then we'll just have them float around and do nothing. Yeah, that's always a possibility. Yeah, they are kind of... Well, yeah, what's it? Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross technically is a tag team. Yeah, I get the sentiment on that one, Dougie. She's a weird kind of attractive. I think that's mainly just due to kind of like the makeup and everything she wears, more than anything. I get where you're coming from, Thorminator, but that would basically just mean Liv goes back to what she was. Because Liv now, how she is, would not fit with Sarah Logan. The only reason Liv fit before is because she was that weird character. I think you'd have to completely change Liv Morgan again for it to make any sense. And then again, the Riot Squad is dead anyway because of what Ruby Riott did. I mean, it would make sense. Sarah Logan's coming out to help, but then we'll get Ruby Riott and Lana versus Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan. I do not want to see that match in my life. Oh, Rhea Ripley's here. Fantastic. Let's just continue the weeks of nobody actually giving a goddamn answer about if they're going to wrestle at WrestleMania, even though they are. This has been a really shit way to kick off Monday Night Raw. God, this has been dull. Yeah, I believe so. I think they've cancelled whatever pay-per-view was meant to be in February, which is, I think it's either Fastlane or Elimination Chamber. So one of those is cancelled and the other one's happening in March. I imagine they'll keep Elimination Chamber. Oh yes, Fastlane's always a drag every year. Oh, thank you, Thornator. I got it cut today, mate. The problem with Chamber is it's just a gimmick pay-per-view, which again, I'm not a fan of gimmick pay-per-views. Yeah, go back to this match. Fantastic. Asuka's in control with an arm submission on Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is fighting, and a big forearm, and another big forearm, a third forearm, and a fourth. Asuka, let's go. Becky's trying to... Oh, she gets caught when trying to bounce off the ropes. Asuka's back in control. And she tries to hit a bulldog. Becky pushes her off. And... Oh, Becky comes off the ropes with a spinning elbow. And, oh, clothesline takes down Asuka. And another clothesline. And some form of weird leg drop thing she did there. Good on you, Becky. And a spinning kick to the midsection. Followed by just diving into her. 1, 2, and a kick out from Asuka. How the hell did Becky think that was going to put Asuka down? She's looking shocked and confused because she did like 3 moves and they didn't work. Well, Becky's definitely trying to prove more of a point, but like, Asuka, you're never good enough to beat me again. And tonight we've also got Ricochet versus Bobby Lashley in a one-on-one match with Lana being at ringside. Oh, Becky's just delivering the forearms and an uppercut. Oh, caught the uppercut, Asuka. Trying to go for a slide. Oh, small package. 1, 2, and a kick out by Becky. Becky with a kick, but reversed by Asuka. Trying to go for a suplex. Becky's trying to go for the disarmer. Oh, Asuka's fighting. Oh, Lynch. Irish whip to Asuka. Asuka. Oh, with a knee. With a vicious looking knee. Oh. Lovely combination. Just looked like she was trying to grab her boobs then. To be perfectly honest. She didn't, but it kind of looked like she was going. She just went... Oh, Becky kicked out of 2. Asuka's showing a bit of frustration. Becky's trying to use the ropes to get her leverage back. She's up to her knee. And, oh, sends Asuka to the outside. And Becky with a baseball slide knocking Asuka into the ringside barrier. Becky has regained control. Becky Lynch, oh, jumps into Kairi Sane. Okay. But Fastlane Chamber is not going to be featuring on February this year because they haven't announced it. Yeah, I think Super Showdown has taken the place of Chamber, which I'm hoping that they put the Chamber on March and just get rid of Fastlane. But what they're going to do, I don't know. 1, 2, and a kick out by Becky Lynch. Asuka's getting visibly frustrated. But the crowd is rallying. Asuka's got the hair. She's got the hair of Becky Lynch. Oh, Becky. Oh, trying to go for the disarmer. Pushed into the ringside. Into the post. Shoulder first into the post. Asuka's looking to take her out and... oh, tried to hit her with her ass but missed. Becky Lynch is climbing. Oh, no, she's got the disarmer on the ropes. The referee's up to 4. Becky releases. Yeah, neither do I, mate, to be perfectly honest. But on a good thing, I should be live for the thing for once. I'm actually trying to get the evening off to watch it live. Because I actually like some of the matches they're doing this year. But yeah, I still don't agree with the whole Saudi Arabia thing. Oh, Becky Lynch. Oh! Driven Asuka down with hard on that ring, on the barrier. Apron. On the apron. Which is, of course, the hardest part of the ring. Yeah, Extreme Rules is kind of one of the only ones I actually like as a gimmicky pay-per-view. Because I really feel like Hell in the Cell, TLC, and Money in the Bank, and and Elimination Chamber all ruin the pay-per-views that they're actually kind of meant to be about. When you actually keep doing big matches like that, you'd never have a feel for it anymore. It's like Hell in the Cell and Elimination Chamber used to mean something, and now they're just, oh, it's that time of the year again. I don't, mate. I mean, I love the Royal Rumble. That I wouldn't really consider as a gimmick pay-per-view since it's been around. Same with Survivor Series. I feel like they've been around long enough to be what they are. Whereas I feel like shoehorning a TLC match or a Hell in a Cell match into a pay-per-view just because it's named that, it's a bit ridiculous. Because they never deliver when they're just slapping matches together. I mean, look at last year's TLC. It was the worst pay-per-view of the year last year. As voted by on All Things Wrestling. On their official awards. Because it just was not a good pay-per-view. I agree, apart from No Mercy and Backlash, because back in the day when they were their original incarnations of good pay-per-views, back in like 2006, 2007, when they were actually the proper pay-per-views, they were good. But the new iterations were shit. Well, Becky's trying to go for it. Sorry, Asuka's trying to go. Oh, and Asuka hits a superplex on Becky Lynch. Yeah, it used to be great, yeah. Back in the day. And a kick out by Becky Lynch. And Asuka, oh, running drop kick. 1, 2, and a kick out by Becky Lynch. And Asuka's got the armbar locked in. Can I keep up the commentary thing for the whole episode? Becky Lynch is climbing to the middle rope. And, oh, she missed the leg drop. Asuka with the Asuka lock. But she's so close to the ropes. Becky's fingertips away. She's fingertips away. And Asuka rolls with Becky Lynch. Oh, she's lost a bit of the hold. Can she regain control of it? Oh, Becky's still fighting. Oh, Becky's rolled. Oh, Asuka kicked off the ropes. And, oh, Becky. Oh, Asuka. 1, 2, and a kick out. 1, 2, and a kick out. Asuka with the roll. Becky with the roll. 1, 2, and a kick out. Oh, Becky's. Oh, Asuka. 1, 2, and a kick out. Becky with a Bexploder. 1, 2, 3, and Becky wins. And Shayna Baszler attacks Becky Lynch. Shayna Baszler is here on Monday Night Raw. Shayna laying the shots onto Becky Lynch. Shayna has just locked in the Coquina Clutch. A Coquina Clutch on the Raw Women's Champion. Becky's struggling, and Shayna just throws her down to the ground like she's a piece of trash. Oh, Shayna just throws that retainer on the floor. And Shayna bites the back of Becky Lynch. She's got her teeth gnawing into Becky. Oh my God, she's got blood all over her mouth. She's just bit into the skin of Becky Lynch. Like a rabid animal. Yeah, damn. Shayna has just made her message very clear. She's here for the Raw Women's Championship. Jesus, man. He just threw up the X symbol, calling for the medical staff. Dougie, don't ruin the illusion! And now we have a little square, not during the match, but now for this whole what the hell's happening to Becky Lynch situation. Anybody for a piece of gum? Give extra, get extra. I have extra. Hello, Filmy. Welcome. Becky's been helped to the back. I know, dude. I know. Mental vampire. Becky Lynch is up. Here comes Mojo Rawley, who's getting a jobber entrance despite the fact he's a champion. Here he comes with Riddick Moss. That looks shit. Don't you retract your comment, Filmy. I know what you said. Hello, Ty. Welcome. How are you, Ty? I'm very good, thank you, mate. I was better till I saw the Street Profits coming out. Black Knights Patrol. Do they really? Boo! Boo Street Profits, boo! When? When did Roman win the 24/7 championship? Because I don't remember that. Hello, Sean. Yeah, about to say, mate, I have no... You do know if it's in an actual match, the 24/7 championship is not on the line, right? I will check the champions list on it. No, Roman Reigns is not listed as champion. You are not wrong on that one, Sean. You are not wrong, dude. Yeah, if it was in an actual match, though, mate, the championship's not on the line, mate. Unless they state before the match... You're not missing... You did miss a good moment a minute ago, though, Ty. Yeah, if they don't state it's a 24/7 championship match, it's not a match for the championship. During a normal match, apart from matches, the WWE have already confirmed if they're in an actual match, the championship rules are suspended for the length of the match. As soon as the match bell rings, the championship is not on the line. Until the match is finished, then the championship is on the line again. As of now, the Street Profits just won the match, but they have not won the 24/7 championship. Well, it makes sense though, Thorminator, because if there's an actual match going on, you don't really want to cloud it with 500,000 people trying to attack the other wrestler that's meant to be the champion. It wouldn't make Mojo Rawley's name is so cringe. Yes, I didn't see that. Oh, 1, 2. Riddick Moss just won the championship. Well, Riddick Moss is now a champion in WWE. No, it's been alright. Yeah, definitely. Shayna Baszler's going to be in the ambulance. I know. Becky Lynch is stealing. Is stealing an ambulance. Oh, nice. What is she doing? Why did she... Is she driving us off the hospital, or did she just steal an ambulance? Because... Okay. Now, I would... Okay, sound thumbnail. MVP is here. I like MVP. But yeah, sure, I would agree with you, but look at EC3. EC3 is the perfect WWE superstar, and they've just done absolutely nothing with him. He's got the charisma, he's got the mic skills, he's got the wrestling ability, he's got the size. Yeah, this is only I think it's the, what's it called? The VIP experience. Oh damn! Get charged on Thornair. So yeah, he's only back for a talking segment. I think he's retired from WWE wrestling. I have no idea, Ty, at this point. He said he's leaving, and now he's really back. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed the VIP experience back in the day. Yeah, he's in WWE rehab, or being he's got had a mental breakdown, and WWE's helping him. I think he's working with, well, it was DDP before he went to AEW, but I think WWE's helping him sort out himself. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they brought him back. They really need to bring him back with Enzo though. Big Cass doesn't work well as a single star. The Big Show should retire. Yeah, he should have, but what he does now is entertaining. I think he'll retire in a few years' time. He'll be here for like 1 or 2 things a year. Like Kane. Yeah, I know, and then stuff just didn't go right, mate. Now, I can personally tell you, asking to do something, being told no, and then going out there to do it is not a good idea. As the saying goes, it's better to apologise later than going to ask permission. In this case, yes, it is. In this case in WWE, if you want to do something that you don't think is going to get approval, it's easier to go out back and apologise than ask permission, get told no. Whereas Big Cass got told no and then did it and then got in trouble because he'd already been told no. Not a smart move, my friend. God. I think it was Drew McIntyre, I think. Yeah, I think it's Drew McIntyre. So yeah, I like the VIP lounge. I really do hope that he actually has the bouncer and everything, because it was not going to be the same without it. Yes, VIP lounge. I forgot that. I think that's the VIP experience. Well, so far it's looking like the old lounge. Has he got a bouncer and a red rope? Yes, yes he does. It's literally the same. I love it. It's actually got 2 bouncers. Oh, MVP. Yes, it's Drew McIntyre. Yeah, he is a very good heel. I do like MVP. It's Drew McIntyre. That guy in the crowd just came to see Drew McIntyre. Yeah, me too, Dougie. I had no idea he was going to be here tonight. He's even got like a suit jacket, or kind of like a jackety thing on. Let him in the VIP lounge. I think his new theme suits him, to be honest. Oh, he pushes down the pole. Does WWE own the rights to own themes? If the themes are created in-house, then yes. Stuff like, for example, not alter to... I don't imagine they do. Let me search... Yeah, they were. Let me just search it up, because the basic thing is, if they create the theme, they own the right. If they have it off a band, they have to license it. For example, like Hollywood Hulk Hogan's theme was licensed, and it's like $5 million now to get a new license on it. Yeah, they don't always own the rights to use any old theme. Yes, I do. Drew McIntyre. Oh, if I remember, this was a good theme. Yeah, this was a good theme. Well, this is telling me it's John Cena's theme, so that's wrong. Yes. To answer your question, Psycho, they do own the rights because it's a WWE in-house theme. So they do own the rights to that song. It was created by Jim Johnston for WWE, so yes. They own all the rights to that theme song. Oh, I agree with you, Psycho. He definitely was not pushed to the potential he had. Oh, I loved the Matt Hardy MVP rivalry. I loved them as a tag team, and the rivalry was amazing as well. I imagine he had a hand in it. I think he had a hand in it with Jim Johnson. So yeah, WWE do own the legal rights to that song. It's... well, unless they let the rights go, but I don't imagine they have. It's like... yeah, there's quite a few songs they don't own the rights to. Like, for example, Miz's old theme, they don't own the rights to anymore. The... or Dolph Ziggler's old one, Perfection, they don't own the rights to that anymore. I don't know. I feel like with the competitor Drew is now, his new theme fits him a bit more. Broken Dreams is a bit more of a slower song, which fit his style more in the day. Now he's just kind of a fast-paced, hard-hitting wrestler, which I feel like his new theme does hit a bit more to his character. I feel like if he went babyface, Broken Dreams might be good. Oh yeah, I remember those. Yeah, he definitely should have. Yeah, I know. The problem is when people sign so young with WWE is they can never perfect some of the characters that they're able to perfect on the indies. Like Drew McIntyre took what he'd learned from WWE, went out there, made a much more fully fleshed character, and has returned to WWE with it. Yes, I was there when I remember what his debut, mate. Back in the day, I saw him debut. I liked him. Yeah, he just didn't fit what WWE needed back then, but he fits them perfectly now. Oh, definitely. Oh, he's getting his ass claim on. Oh, headbutt. Claymore kicks into the couch. Oh, McIntyre's great. Ballin'. I know. Well, he literally was the chosen one. He was handpicked by Vince McMahon back in the day. Yes, I do know that fact. Which is a shame because Alex Riley had a lot of potential. A lot of potential. And it was just squandered because of a bit of disagreement with John Cena. The unwritten rule in the locker room is you suck up to John Cena or you shut up in front of John Cena. That doesn't surprise me. They both seem like nice people. Yes, I am very aware of Wrestler's Court. Yeah. I was never a big fan behind Chris Masters. I kind of felt the whole gimmick was just, I have a submission. thing. It never clicked with me. He was big and he was muscly, mate. That was literally about all Vince saw him. Do I think Wrestler's Court would work today? Yes. But the only problem is you haven't got somebody like The Undertaker to be the judge. The main reason it worked is because you had intelligent people like The Undertaker running Wrestler's Court. There's nobody in that locker room smart enough today, really, to manage the guys. Yeah. I mean, it worked. It saved management having to deal with petty little squalors all the time, and you had a few high-ranking wrestlers in charge. Like, I couldn't see Roman Reigns laying down the law as much as The Undertaker can. Because The Undertaker just makes you respect him just by his presence. I agree, Psycho. I agree, mate. I mean, Randy Orton's an asshole, so I don't think that would work. I mean, yes, he's a respected person, just he's a bit of an asshole. But yeah, look, Psycho, when Goldberg faced The Undertaker. Goldberg literally nearly killed The Undertaker with that botched jackknife. Jackhammer, that's what I meant. Yeah, he could have killed The Undertaker with that jackhammer. Yeah, yes he did. All because Mr. Kennedy accidentally dropped Randy Orton a little awkwardly on his shoulder. ATW got that would be in session. I think he'll eventually return. He's doing good work though, isn't he? He's in NWA. So I think one day he may return. I would like him to, because he's really good. Good wrestler, good mic skills. Just he's good. He's really good. Oh, hide and right, yes. Of course, I am the judge. Yeah, I do remember Hyde and Wright, mainly for his infamous potentially raping Michael Cole against a wall. Again, Vince doesn't have the best track record of people he wants to push. Look at Lex Luger. I don't know. I haven't had anyone to date to deserve ATW court. Yeah, Ryback does hate quite a few people, actually. I did not know Mr. Kennedy hates John Cena. I knew Ryback did, but I didn't know Mr. Kennedy did. That one is news to me. Yeah, he's slightly underrated. I never thought his in-ring work was that great, though. He was quite a dangerous worker back in his day. I'm not surprised, mate, when you travel with people that much and with that much testosterone going around. I'm not surprised a lot of them hate each other. A lot of them have really big egos. Shawn Michaels was notorious for having a massive ego back in the day. That's because John Cena was the Golden Boy, mate. A lot of people hate the Golden Boy. If you were going to push Ryback, then yes. Ryback should have won that championship in that presentation. I think an LA WrestleMania will be good. Yeah, if it's the Hell in a Cell we're talking about with Brad Maddox situation, yeah, Ryback should have won. It was a ridiculous storyline they pulled. Yes, Brock Lesnar came up with them as well. And Batista. All four of them came from OVW at the same time. Yeah, Ryback is never going back to WWE. And I'll tell you just literally one reason why. Because he hates them because they won't release his name from their copyright. If you saw his public tweet saying, please release the name, you're just being petty now, trying to make someone pay $200,000 for their name, he doesn't like them. Yes, I remember watching 21. Yeah, Scott Steiner hates them. Definitely not, Psycho. Definitely not. He had still a lot to do left. Yeah, Scott Steiner was a bit of an arsehole, though, to be honest, Ty. But then again, Triple H did his backstage politics all over Scott Steiner, so I'm not surprised he hates them. Yeah. Wait, do they even own the trademark to EC3? Because I swear that's his own trademark. Or copyright, yeah, trademark. Because if it is, WWE can't keep it. No? Well, he had it in TNA, so surely he would have trademarked it himself. What other WWE superstars hates WWE? Currently the Revival. They really hate WWE right now. Luke Harper hated WWE. John Moxley's notorious for hating WWE. And hello, Super Charlie, welcome. He doesn't, Psycho. WWE owns the trademark over his name. Legally, he cannot use that name for any form of public or commercial use. Which is why he can't use Ryback TV on YouTube. Yeah, he can't wrestle under that name and he can't use it on YouTube or merchandise or anything else because WWE do own the trademark over Ryback. I don't know if Vince Russo does. OVW was a part of WWE. WWE owned OVW. Here comes Gilberto. £9? Jesus, who are you giving a Valentine's Day card to? £6 was posted. Did you send me a Valentine's Day card? You designed one. Oh god, that would be a bit weird, dude. Yeah, do I remember Skip Sheffield? Yes. For the girlfriend. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, if you design it, it's a much more heartfelt card anyway than just buying one from the shop, so... Yeah, they are a bit of a rip-off at this time of the year. But left it too late for normal postage. Damn, mate. £6 postage, that is ridiculous. To be fair, for a card. Yeah. They don't. Dolph's not getting no form of push. He's basically one of those guys to elevate everybody else now. He is never going to be near a world championship again. His spot is just a good, dependable worker to work with good people to push them further up the card. He's never going to get any further than that now. He had his shot. He had his shot. He's had his time. WWE are not interested. Oh, at least Alexander's back. Yeah, I bet you soon, Dougie, soon. I forgot to ask. I do need to ask tomorrow when we get the new cat. Oh, Colin Delaney. What a guy. Shame about Colin Delaney. He was just a human punching back. Yeah, I actually watched everything about Colin Delaney back in the day. Yep. Hello, Darren. If Dolph went to AEW, do you think he would be better? To be honest, I don't think so. Yeah. Soon, Dougie. Soon about cat videos. Yeah. I generally think Dolph... I think Dolph is pretty much just kind of floating around in wrestling at this point. Yeah, he'd definitely have some backing, but I don't think he'd be top of the card amazingly fast. Even if he got there, I think he'd do it a little bit and then go down. Oh, damn, that sucks, Dougie. That sucks, my friend. It's like... I think I know where Matt Hardy's going in March anyway. Vanguard 1 has revealed the secret to Matt Hardy's location, March the 2nd. Oh, 100% Psycho. Mr. Perfect was fantastic. Very, very underrated. Dolph is basically Mr. Perfect 2.0. Yeah, pretty much. Did I like Super Crazy? Yeah, I thought he was alright. That gimmick was stereotypical. Yeah. Isn't all of these Angel Garza, Andrade, Huberto, all basically just, look, we have Mexican people at this point. Same with Lucha House Party, that's just all, look, there's luchadors. That just pissed me off when they just kind of give him a generic, stereotypical gimmick. Ooh, Muhammad Hassan. I do feel bad for the dude, I really do. They gave him a shit gimmick, which I would like to point out, his gimmick to start with was, people hate me because I'm a different race. Stop hating me because I'm a different race. Which, yeah. And they made him a heel with it. How does somebody trying to get people to not completely destroy his, completely go against his race, a heel? I don't get that. They balls that one up massively. Ooh, nice. 205 Live, yeah, the Jobber Show. Nobody watches 205 Live. Unfortunately, they even moved the championship onto NXT. That's how dead that show is. I'm not the biggest fan. Hello, David. I mean, he's a good in-ring worker. I think they need to give him a proper decent push. Oh, I loved Trevor Murdoch and Lance Cade. They were a great tag team. Yes and no. He's a very problematic wrestler. Who? Trevor Murdoch and Lance Cade? Lance Cade is dead, and I have no idea what Trevor Murdoch is doing. So yeah, R.I.P. Lance Cade. He died years ago, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh yeah, Austin Aries. He's a very problematic person. Very problematic, Austin Aries is. He was notoriously hard to work with backstage, and at one point he didn't want to be there, so they just stopped giving him anything to do. Again, Ty, it goes from what we were talking about last week. Drugs cause him to have a heart attack. WWE doesn't acknowledge that when you just take drugs and cause yourself a heart attack. If you're going to self-inflict, WWE just won't acknowledge you, unfortunately. How did Lance start? I believe it was a heart attack. Basham, I do know of them. I only heard the name. Never actually saw them wrestle. They were gone by the time I started watching. Yeah, Austin Aries, just how he left Impact proves how much of an asshole he is. Really is. John Cena is better than Reigns. I agree. John Cena is a very good wrestler. Fantastic on the mic, and overall got that big person feel to him. Roman Reigns, good wrestler, great wrestler, very weak on the microphone when he's being told what to say. The only good promo I've ever heard him say was when he was real with us about cancer. It's the only time I can recall Reigns actually doing a decent promo, which is sad, the fact that a real life problem is what made him actually get over. And Cena does have better matches. Reigns is not the greatest of wrestlers. Yeah, I'm looking up Lance Cade. Oh, drug overdose. Lance Cade died of a drug overdose. Yeah, Charlie Haas was. Yes, I agree, Psycho. New theme, new attire. Just freshen them up a bit. And then, yeah, it'd be better. So, yeah, that's why he should have had a push. I don't like his vest. It makes no sense at all. Why he's wearing armour. Why he's wearing an armoured vest. It's like, if Pete wrestlers are doing shots to the chest and he's selling them, it makes no sense because they're hitting a big piece of, well, I assume is, I don't even know what it's made of. But yeah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't look good, and it made sense in the Shield. Out of the Shield, it doesn't make any sense. Lashley definitely deserves better. He is a great talker, great wrestler. Proved in Impact what he could do. Snitsky, yes, I remember Snitsky. Exactly, David. They should have took it off him when he left the Shield and gave him a new attire to be his own person. Yeah, I really do want to see Lashley and Lashley and Brock Lesnar. That would be a really good match. People are really wanting that match since Lashley came back. Here comes Sarah Logan. They'll give it to Lesnar. If they have a match, Lesnar will win. Sarah, that wasn't a good promo. Screeching into the microphone is not a very good way to cut a promo. No. No, no, and no, Ty. 1,000 times no. Vladimir Kozlov was rubbish. He really was. Same with Great Khali. Great Khali was an awful wrestler. The only reason he won the championship because somebody got a wellness policy or injured. So they threw it on him. It's the only reason Great Khali won. Not really. Yeah, Vladimir Kozlov was not good. No, Dougie. No. Khali was not any good. Evan Bourne is fantastic now. He was great in WWE, but he's fantastic now. Can't remember what gimmick he's going under. Khali was not good, dude. He was not good. Justin Gabriel, never a big fan of him. He was a good enough wrestler. About to say. Yeah. Mike Knox. Yeah, I remember vaguely seeing him around. Again, he wasn't that good either. And of course, Charlotte Flair has to come out to ruin my evening. Dougie, you're drunk. Khali over Buff Bagwell? You have got to be joking me, man. The Great Khali. Oh shit, I did not know that. Damn, Justin. I hope he's recovered okay. Never heard that one. That is not good. But what's the stuff? Yeah, he was. Oh, Charlotte, just stop showing me your face, please. And there's Sarah Logan being defeated. Fantastic. I didn't mind Layla. I thought Michelle McCool was better though. As a group, they did work very well together. Cool. Nice. But yeah, good going through the nostalgia. Ooh, I would. Richard Rodriguez. Don't have a clue who. Yeah, don't know who that is, Ty. Don't remember that person. That would be mental if they played Chris. But even the band who sings that song refuses to play it now because of the negative associations with it. I mean, the live crowd would probably get a kick out of it to hear the theme again. I know, I'd personally like to hear the theme again. Oh, yeah. Nah, probably not, but you never know. No, it's a good theme. Very problematic person, Psycho. He's kind of the same as Austin Aries. He causes trouble, and he's more trouble than he's worth, to be honest. Oh, I was devastated, Ty. I was absolutely devastated watching that memorial episode of Monday Night Raw of Chris Benoit. Yes, Rhea will beat Bianca next week on Sunday. They're going to have Rhea and Charlotte at Mania. I'm not going to give the title to Bianca. I don't know. He was meant. He's still. I believe he's training in the Performance Centre, but he was meant to make an appearance at the Royal Rumble in some way, shape, or form because it advertised him to be at the Royal Rumble in some capacity, and he didn't show up at all. So, before Mania, I hope. Yeah, it's crazy, Ty. Bianca deserves a push in a title run. She's a good worker, but her gimmick is shit. So she kind of does and she kind of doesn't. Yes, she signed with WWE. She's going to NXT. So that's interesting. She's going to get pushed to the moon because she's The Rock's daughter. Aleister Black is an anti-hero. Yeah? I never liked Alberto Del Rio. Neither did I, dude. Neither did I. Yep. Damn, that's crazy to think. I don't know, Psycho, on that one, mate, because he's not a person you're going to boo. So, I don't think it would work, him ever being a full-on heel. I feel what he is now is kind of, yeah, like you said, an anti-hero. Kind of works for him, but full-on heel wouldn't work, I don't think. He's not a hateable person. Okay, AJ Smiles, court is in session. You have been charged with the crimes of conspiracy against this YouTube channel. What you plead? He pleads not guilty. All charges are dropped. God damn it, AJ. He's basically CM Punk. Yeah, basically. It's kind of the same as Keith Lee, though. You could never turn Keith Lee heel. Keith Lee is one of the most over guys in the company, and he is not a hateable person. Same with Matt Riddle. Ah, he could. That would be intriguing to watch. No, Ray would never work as a heel. Oh, definitely David. He needs to hold the NXT Championship and then come to the main roster. Defeat Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 37, yes. Give the belt to Drew for a year. And then Keith Lee wins the Royal Rumble, goes on to Mania, and defeats Drew McIntyre in the main event of WrestleMania. Cementing Keith Lee as the next big thing. Yep. I want to see that, David, but I don't think it will happen. Velveteen Dream, John Cena, WrestleMania. He meant Brock. You. Yeah, John Cena versus Velveteen Dream would be an interesting match. John Cena wants a match at Mania, so why not? And also, I don't think WWE will give CM Punk $20 million. You're a grammar Nazi. Ah, okay. I saw. Do I think The Undertaker works as a heel? Yeah. Yeah, he would. He's a very dark, mysterious character, so he could work as a heel. The Shield? There is no Shield. Well, yeah, but in Psycho, in this wrestling world, never say never, mate. Never say never in this crazy world of wrestling. The Rock says, feed me more. Hello, Man United. No, The Rock never says feed me more. The Rock says, do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Ryback says feed me more. Heel. I love Edge as a heel. Yes, Psycho, I did know he was going to leave. The reason he was going to leave, because you know what he said in the pipe bomb in 2013? They were the exact reasons why he was going to leave. Is what he said in his pipe bomb in 2013 is the reasons he was going to leave in 2011. Dougie, that is entirely possible, mate, actually, because Ric Flair is cleared to wrestle, so yes. Not in WWE, but he was in TNA. Did he leave the money in the bank? You're smoking and eating pancakes. Fantastic pizza. Don't think he did, Ty. The main thing that got him over, Psycho, was that pipe bomb he dropped, mate, to be honest. Yeah, Jeff Hardy is a good heel. No, I swear it was later than that. Wasn't it like 2013 that he did that? Whenever he won the WWE Championship, he was that 2011? Jesus, if it was, that was ages ago. Yeah, that's. I hope not, David, because 3 out of 4 of those guys will be turned into jobbers within months. The stable will break up, and they will go, and Adam Cole will be pushed to the moon, and the other 3 will just become jobbers. Oh yeah, I know he left in the Royal Rumble 2014 officially, but the time when he left for the WWE Championship, that was just a storyline. He is an amazing wrestler, mate, but Vince doesn't care about him. That's the problem, mate. If Vince doesn't care about you, you're going nowhere no matter how damn talented you are. Oh yeah, Adam Cole was fantastic, but the problem with Undisputed Era is Vince only likes one of them. Vince loves Adam Cole and he couldn't give a shit about the rest. If Vince doesn't like you, you won't get pushed. It's as simple as that. Ricochet's going to fly, and he takes out Bobby Lashley. If Triple H never married Stephanie McMahon in real life, we would have never had NXT. Yep, that is exactly why. Really? And to be damn, Psycho. To be fair, the other winner that would have won the Royal Rumble if it wasn't Drew McIntyre this year was going to be Aleister Black, but they decided to go with Drew. No, there would have never been an Authority storyline. There wouldn't have been anywhere near the stars that are in the company now. I agree, Psycho. NXT is not the greatest after it turned live for 2 hours a week. It has generally become quite a bland programming most of the time. Roderick Strong on the main. I think Roderick Strong should be pushed because he is really good. If CM Punk never left, I think he would have had a couple more championship runs and stayed quite high in the upper mid card to main event scene. Like, was it CM Punk? Yes, David, yes you will. Shayna is definitely winning the Raw Women's Championship. Yeah, Batista is great, he should have won. Yeah, it was a good rivalry. Wade Barrett would have won the WWE Championship, which he was originally scheduled to actually do back in 2010. Wade Barrett was meant to win the WWE Championship in 2010. I think the Nexus would have eventually buckled in like 2012, but Wade Barrett would have been a main event star. He would have been the first English world champion. Yeah, I did love John Cena and Randy. Not surprised. We're talking more about that early rivalry, not anything they've done for the last couple of years. They have some good early rivalries, just not the later stuff. I think Edge would have probably wrestled for like another year or two, retiring on into the Hall of Fame. Edge wouldn't have been wrestling for too many more years. Yeah, not the later feuds and stuff. Just they did have some good earlier feuds. Yeah, I know. The Triple H Randy Orton rivalry was very good. The ending to it was shit. That Mania match they had was awful. Like, why the hell was it Triple H gets disqualified, he loses the World Championship? It should have been like a no disqualification match, because the whole rivalry was built on house invasions and all that kind of stuff. It got the worst stipulation that made no sense for a storyline that built on pure wanting to kick the shit out of each other. Please do elaborate on that one, because I think Ricochet is fantastic in ring. Oh yeah, I can't deny that. They are some of the classic. Hello, welcome back on there. One of some of the most classic wrestling matches. Well, I agree with you. Lashley deserves it, but right now, Lashley hasn't really done anything to warrant a match. The only reason he got shoved into that number one contenders match is because Rusev is currently going through contract disputes with WWE and is not on TV right now. I think E3 should just leave. Cut his losses and leave, Terminator. NXT won't do anything for him. WWE cannot do anything for him at this point. He is buried. What would happen if The Rock never went to Hollywood? When Steve Austin left in 2003, The Rock would have gone on to being the main event star that Steve Austin was and carried the Ruthless Aggression era instead of John Cena. EC3 is shit. He was better in T. Yeah, I completely agree. I agree with you on the character, and he does need to improve. Yes, Dougie. And the mic skills. But he oozes charisma, to be fair, mate. He is full of charisma. Yeah, I think he'll go to AEW. Which he should, because I'm sorry, but EC3 is fantastic. He proved it in TNA. He's never been allowed to prove it in WWE. I think the main problem is Vince doesn't like him. Because he went and made his stock somewhere else and proved that he was better than what WWE were trying to do for him. So he just buried him because he was being petty. I know what you're saying because he's got quite a dangerous style, but I don't think technical wrestling style would work for Ricochet. They did tie. They lost for 12 weeks straight and then moved back to their original time slot. They tried to do a Monday Night Wars and they failed miserably. Vince called him to the main roster because he needed wrestlers to come up. Simple as that, mate. He saw a few people in NXT and went, oh, we'll call these people up. And that was it. He doesn't do a lot with most NXT call-ups. Yes, Stone Cold Steve Austin was a really good wrestler. But better than Steve Austin's wrestling was his goddamn talking. Yeah, I agree with that, Terminator. I completely agree. TNA back in the day. I'd go from about 2005 to 2009. TNA was prime goddamn wrestling. If we never had the Attitude Era, there wouldn't be a WWE. WCW would have put them out of business and then gone out of business themselves. And the American wrestling scene would have just collapsed if there was no Attitude Era. Oh, that's one of the most iconic rivalries of all time, David. Randy Orton's here next. If DX never existed, Lars Sullivan should be released due to the controversy surrounding him. Yes, I agree with that one, Psycho. 100%, mate. He's not that good of a wrestler. And he's just caused more problems than he's worth at this point. When Stone Cold retires. Stone Cold's retired. Oh, Stone Cold and The Rock's fantastic. Okay. First off, DX never happened. WWE would have made it through the Attitude Era, but with significantly less power than they did. They would have only scraped by. Shawn Michaels would have never come back from retirement. To be honest, I think Triple H would have never become a big wrestler. He would have never married Stephanie. And WWE would be in a lot worse shape if no DX. Neither did I. That I never knew that was Psycho. Ricochet won. What happened if Stone Cold never retired? WWE would have kept up much higher ratings. Because as soon as Stone Cold kind of retired, they lost even more ratings. Because when he turned heel at WrestleMania, they lost ratings. And when he retired, they lost even more ratings. I think if Stone Cold stayed on TV for a few more years, he would have helped put over new stars. I did not know he was that old, mate. He would have helped put over new stars. The Ruthless Aggression era would have been even bigger than it was. And yeah, WWE would just be in a much better position during the mid to late 2000s. Yeah, they were. Oh, if we never had a PG era, that is a tough one. Yeah, that was. If we never had a PG era, John Cena would have never peaked to his super kid-friendly persona. I think he would have turned heel and gone back to the rapper gimmick. TV ratings wouldn't have declined, and they'd have a much stronger fan base. Yes, I do remember seeing CM Punk shaking his head. So yeah, I think if the Attitude Era, the PG era never happened, wrestling would be in WWE would be in a much better state now with a much better product. Charlotte looks like a vampire in that picture. If Brock never, yes, I am, David. I will be watching NXT this Sunday. If Brock Lesnar never left WWE, John Cena wouldn't have been a star. I think he would have been a star, but he would have never been a bigger star as he was. I think he would have still got a WWE Championship, but I don't think he would have been anywhere near a 16-time world champion. he wouldn't have led the locker room, and he wouldn't have been the most over star in the company in the modern era. If Brock Lesnar never retired Undertaker, Brock Lesnar would have stayed around for like another year or two, won another championship and left. Orton is boring. Orton can be entertaining. He just needs the right opponents. His theme song doesn't suit him. Well, Voices does because of how he is. But yeah, the Viper. I think they call him the Viper because he can strike at any time. More than anything, it's basically he's an opportunist that strikes any time like a snake, which is why he's called the Viper. Yeah, Voices suits him perfectly with how he is. No problem. What happens if the not Montreal Screwjob never happened? Vince McMahon would have never been outed as the company. Yeah, I loved when they were a pair. Yeah, the Montreal Screwjob. Vince McMahon would have never been outed. Bret Hart would have never lost his smile, going on to being a bigger star and staying in wrestling longer than he did because he wouldn't have floundered and lost his smile. I think so, Terminator. WWE would have lost the Monday Night Wars. And WCW would still be reigning to this day. When they gained the WWE stars, because the thing that really kicked off the Attitude Era was the Montreal Screwjob, to be honest. Yeah, I agree. He would be a cool cult leader. He would definitely work as one of those kind of characters. He's not going to say anything, is he? Ooh, if Scott Hall and Kevin Nash never went to WCW, WCW would have never beaten WWE in the ratings war. Bill Goldberg would have gone on to being the biggest star in WCW. Yes, I was aware of that. And yeah, WCW would have floundered under Hulk Hogan. And again, I'm thinking on that one. But yeah, they would have never won the Monday Night Wars. It's Matt Hardy. If Sting went to WWE in 2001, he would have wrestled The Undertaker, been buried after being beaten by The Undertaker, and left WWE in about 2004, and then gone to TNA. And helped bring TNA up the way he did anyway. true psycho, but he went to TNA for years. He went immediately from WCW to TNA. If Goldberg never went to WWE in 2001, he would have just retired. He would have retired and literally nothing would have been different. Because he didn't really make a difference in WWE, to be fair. Why won't they let him use his broken gimmick? Because Vince McMahon is an idiot. Because you know this Free the Delete series that he started running on his YouTube channel and Twitter was a way for him to tease the gimmick to come back to WWE TV, and Vince just said no. Oh, if Vince McMahon never bought WWE from his dad. Oh yeah, he should have been a champion. He definitely should have been. He's more creative than Jeff Hardy, and he's proven it. If Vince never bought the company from his dad, the company would have never peaked. Not true, psycho. Vince did buy the company from his dad. His dad died a few years later. Vince actually did buy the company from his dad on the promise that he wouldn't ruin the wrestling scene in America. Because I don't know if you're aware, there was territories like Northeast, like New York and Midwest, Mideast, all like the separate parts of the US was all separate segments of wrestling, and Vince basically bought all the competition's wrestlers, bought the TV times, and killed, I think, about 30 wrestling companies during the 80s. What happened if WrestleMania never existed? WWE would have gone bankrupt. To quote Vince, WrestleMania was a gamble. If it didn't pay off, the company was done. So if they never had WrestleMania, the company would have never gone into the mainstream and it would have gone bankrupt in about 1986. WrestleMania saved WWE. No, I have never watched matches from the 1930s. Are they any good? Yeah, Vince... If XFL was a success... NFL wouldn't be so shit. I think if it was a success, it probably would have put the NFL out of business, to be honest. Yeah, I saw he got 3.3 million viewers for their first game the other day, which is fantastic. But yeah, basically when Vince bought the company from his dad, he killed the wrestling American scene for any small companies. Apart from, like, two. The NWA stayed around for a bit, which spawned off WCW and ECW. So yeah, if Vince hadn't have actually bought it off his dad, the wrestling scene would have been with a lot more companies in America. And I don't know if it would have survived the way it was, to be honest. I don't think a lot would have changed if Eric Bischoff wasn't on the TV. He tried to go for an RKO. Yeah, I don't think a lot would have changed if Eric Bischoff never went to WWE. I am all up for that, Psycho. I am all up for Bo Dallas being with his brother. No, Randy, no. if Daniel Bryan lost at WrestleMania 30, WWE would have lost fans, we wouldn't have had an indie movement, and we wouldn't have half the wrestling stars we have now, because the main reason we have a lot of indie wrestling stars is because Daniel Bryan opened the door, proving that indie wrestlers could make it in WWE. Randy, you sick bastard. The old Bray Wyatt was way better. Yeah. He definitely, if they booked him right, he would have been a mega star. But they floundered it way too much. The main thing that killed him is when he lost to John Cena. Then he lost to The Undertaker. Then he lost to everybody. That's the problem. Bray Wyatt could have been he was a great character. And they just ruined him. Thought he was going to whisper something to Matt. I mean, I'm glad they were allowing Randy to do concertos, because it really has sung this angle really well. He's turning into a vicious bastard, and this is how Randy Orton needs to be. Look at the interest Randy Orton has right now. He actually cares about what he's doing, surprisingly. Yeah, he kind of is. What would have happened if Ted Turner brought WWE and Vince brought WCW? Both companies would have gone belly up in that case, I think. Ted Turner would have just not known how to book a wrestling show. Made all the same mistakes he made in WCW. Financed it for a few more years and it went belly up. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'm intrigued to find out if that is the case. It's a chicken sandwich, guys. Popeye's chicken sandwich is a sandwich. Stop trying to make it out like it's the greatest thing in the world. No, not Jeff Hardy. He's still dealing with his court case and all that kind of stuff, mate. So he's not going to be back for a while, if he ever returns at all. Ooh, Shane and Stephanie didn't exist. My God, a lot would be different on that one, mate. Somebody needs to stop there, Andy. He has gone insane. It's so good, David. It's so damn good, though. I love him what he's doing right now. Please no. Please no on that one, David. I don't want to see Randy versus John Cena again. What would happen if Vince McMahon didn't exist? There wouldn't be a wrestling industry. He's kind of what modernised wrestling in the first place. Do I think Cena was juicing? Yes. Yes, I do. He was too ripped for normal means, mate, to be honest. Oh my God, we don't care about Liv Morgan and Lana. Like, Psycho, have you seen Pac recently in AEW? Compare that to when he left WWE. He is noticeably different. He was ripped to fuck as soon as he left WWE, and now he's gone back to a normal, sensible body shape and size. I mean, he's still got the six-pack, but it's not anywhere like it was. Pac definitely took steroids. Same with Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal got way too ripped, way too quick for that to be legitimate. I don't know. We wouldn't have one of the best entertaining wrestlers in the world now? If Paul Heyman never managed Brock Lesnar, he would have floundered in WWE, never become anywhere near as big as what he was. I think they do, Psycho. I think they do drug test them. I mean, I can't notice anybody on there that looks abnormally large that looks like they're taking steroids. I think they do have a drug testing policy. Oh, definitely that is a lie. God, fucking definitely does steroids. Well, we wouldn't have had the Shield. And I don't think any of them would have made it as top stars on their own. Like, you know, the original plan to actually have was Dean Ambrose debut a few months earlier to face Mick Foley at WrestleMania or SummerSlam, I think. Well, it was one of the big four pay-per-views that he was meant to face Mick Foley, but Mick Foley couldn't get medically cleared. He was basically told, if you have another wrestling match, you have a 50-50 shot of dying. And no wrestler would clear him, so they made Dean Ambrose go with the Shield. But yeah, I don't think any of them would have made it anywhere near as what they did. Dean Ambrose was trash. Jon Moxley, however, is amazing. But to be fair, Dean Ambrose was only trash because of what WWE was doing to him. As he has proven, he is a competent wrestler. He is a competent character. if Undertaker lost at that, I would have been the happiest person in the world. I think the Undertaker would have retired a couple years after that. Yeah, I think they would have tried to push him, but I think it would have failed massively. Is that Kira Tozawa? Shawn was 44 and yet he put on one of the best wrestling matches I've ever seen when he wrestled The Undertaker. That has got to be in my top 3 wrestling matches of all time. WrestleMania 25, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. If they never dated, Edge would have stayed a mid-card tag team with Christian, gone on a failed main event run, and just never had a Hall of Fame career, mate. The reason why Edge became what he was because of that rivalry with Matt Hardy and the way he became a heel. It's been okay for man. There's been a bit of shit, but it's overall been an entertaining show. I won't say no to that one, mate. Thing is, could the Undertaker take a black mass though, to be honest? If Chris Benoit had never died, he was going to win the the ECW Championship and become the face of the brand. So I think Chris Benoit would have kept ECW's version of WWE's version of ECW alive. Agree, Psycho. Definitely. That would be perfect because Aleister Black has got a slight bit of the Undertaker in him. He's got that aura about him that's similar to the Undertaker. So yeah, I think it'd be perfect person to retire him. Yeah, Chris Benoit would have built up the ECW brand, and it would have lasted a lot longer, and that title would have become a lot more prestigious. And then he would have retired in probably like 2013, I'd say, something around about that time. I think he would have retired a few years later. Where's Becky Lynch? She's back. Oh, she's got something around her neck. How, Foreman? Oh, the fans would have rioted. They legit would have rioted, Ty. John Cena would have become the most hated person in wrestling. That would have killed any chance of an ECW revival. RVD would have left immediately. What would have happened if John Cena never faced The Rock at 28? I don't think anything different would have happened, to be perfectly honest, mate. Their match weren't even very good. I'm watching it now. I liked. He had a big chance and they blew it. Okay. That's cringy. I wanted a change about them, mate. Jinder Mahal was stuck with such an awful gimmick. It killed any chance he had. That was the problem with Jinder Mahal. Oh yeah, definitely. Steph was so bad as a champion. Also, just to let you know, Psycho, this is currently a streaming channel while I'm having problems on my main channel, mate. The link to my main channel is in the description if you want to subscribe to that. That's where, as soon as I sort all my problems out, I will be streaming back again. Like I post reviews and other content on that channel. Yeah, this is just because I'm dealing with WWE's copyright shit at the minute. Because WWE. Yeah. Yeah, Jinder Mahal was a good heel champion. They just labelled him with the foreign heel gimmick, which didn't help the situation. They could have improved on his character and he would have worked a lot better. Ooh, SmackDown would have been awful in 2016. He made SmackDown in 2016. The brand split would have failed and they would have gone back to one no brand split by the end of it. Brand split idea would have failed massively. I agree, Thominator. I mean, I think he should have had one more match, because you know how he faced Bray the next year? He sort of lost to Bray and retired. He should have wrestled one more match and just put over a new star and retired. Come out and be like, well, I lost my WrestleMania streak. I'm challenging Bray Wyatt to a match. If I cannot win, I will hang up my boots for good. And then I will finally rest in peace. That'll be interesting to see what Jinder Mahal will do. Has Becky still got the fake blood on her hands? Yes. That proves it was fake. That literally proves that they used a blood pack. Because real blood would have washed off. You literally left and then came back like 5 minutes. Came back. I don't even know how to answer that one. SmackDown was good back in the day. Yeah, I don't even know how to answer the one with Jerry Lawler winning World Championship. I think it'd be interesting, Psycho, so yes, I want to see something interesting and unique happen, mate. So, give him a cool gimmick and let him win a championship. Because, come on. It's not like we're missing anything if he wins one, is it? Because currently our champion's Brock fucking Lesnar. So, give him a championship, let him do something interesting. Yeah, he is a fantastic heel, but the problem is half the time he very, 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 very under-delivers. I mean, when he comes out and talks, they're really bad segments, but his wrestling's good. Paul Heyman was a wrestler. He would have had one match lost and retired. Who? Oh, was Faking Raiders. Yeah, they had some decent wrestlers back then. Boom, NXT! Yeah, the only problem is Psycho, when he started doing that kind of stuff, they started to massively lose ratings. He legit ruined a lot of ratings when he was like interim GM. I predict the exact same would have happened. Ty would have won a couple of championships and then floundered. Yeah, that's what I mean. He was a 3-time champion and then he floundered, which I think there's no scenario really where Dolph wouldn't have just fizzled out. I really hope so. Yes, I'm going to watch the takeover this week, Terminator, and I will be live streaming it. Coca-Cola Energy, if anyone wanted to know, tastes like crap. I've got a review to go up about it at some point. He would have won a world championship, and then I think he still would have left because he had drug problems. So I don't think the drug problems would have gone away, which is the reason why he left. Yes, Jeff Hardy was and kind of is still a great wrestler. I mean, he was better a couple years ago, but he's still a competent wrestler. I mean, I love his wrestling style. He is one of my favourites of all time, to be fair. I freaked the fuck out when he won the WWE Championship back in, what was it, like 2008? I went ecstatic to that. Like when YouTube used to make let you put pictures on your background properly for the whole screen of your YouTube channel. I did have a YouTube channel back then, just posting like Titantrons of wrestlers. I had Jeff Hardy as my profile picture and as my background with the WWE Championship. Ray would have never won a world championship if he never won that Royal Rumble. But the sad thing is, he only won that Rumble as as to try and get as much marketing out of Eddie Guerrero's name, which was sad. They drew Eddie's name to the ground when he died. They really did. R-Truth, yes, I love R-Truth. It's Kevin Owens. Yeah, that is true, Psycho. That is true. Aww. I like R-Truth. I think if R-Truth never came back to WWE, he would be retired by now, to be honest. I think WWE is the only reason why he still wrestles, because he can do comedy stuff. I think he would have left TNA and retired. And we wouldn't have had any funny stuff on R-Truth over the last few months and years. War Raiders is a better name. War Raiders is better. Viking Experience is shit. Yeah, I think so. I think he would have just stayed backstage and done more backstage stuff. Kind of like he's doing now. He's got 5 years before he retires, so yeah, he's going to hold a world championship before he retires. Yep. He will, because he signed his last ever wrestling contract. Only one, damn. It's not bad. Like to be fair, Thumbnail, do you know? He could, but he has stated that once his contract is up, he is going to retire from wrestling. He has said once he's done this, that is enough. He's done. He could always change his mind in the next couple of years. But I think he'll probably sign a Legends contract to keep selling merch and being video games and that, but I don't think he'll ever wrestle after he retires. He wants to spend more time with his family. It looks better than when it was red. They would have gone through with the plan. Mr. Kennedy would become a megastar in the company. And I don't think Mr. Kennedy would have lost and he would have been a main event player for the next few years after it. Because that's what the original plan was. interesting choice. Yeah. I can tell you exactly what he was going to do in that storyline. It was going to be revealed that they had an illegitimate son, who was Mr. Kennedy, and him and Triple H would have been struggling for power, and Mr. Kennedy would have beat Triple H in the end and become a megastar. That was literally the storyline plan. Where, you know, when they did the whole Vince McMahon illegitimate son storyline a few months later, that was because they couldn't do it in that faking his death. And the only reason it turned out to be Hornswoggle is because Mr. Kennedy got suspended for drugs. He probably would have, to be honest, dude. He's insane enough. Oh, I really hope that is not true. To be honest, Psycho, I would like to be at this point telling you that Ric Flair held more than 16 World Championships. He held 21. WWE's record is fake. They've deflated the numbers. It was actually 21 World Championships he's held. WWE's is a lie. Kurt Angle would be dead. To be brutally honest with you, Kurt Angle would be dead, Ty. He had a massive drink and drug problems and he would have killed himself. Not suicide, but he would have either overdosed or crashed his car and killed himself. He would not be alive today if he didn't leave WWE in 2006. If Ric Flair never had a record, the NWA would have died, to be honest, mate. He was what kept the NWA alive in the 70s and 80s. Ric Flair would have never become a big wrestler. Yes, I did, Psycho, because he got clean from a lot of the drugs when he went to TNA. He still had a few drink problems, but he managed to get through that. But yeah, he did stop taking drugs. HBK wouldn't have never wrestled again, mate. The only reason Shawn Michaels ever wrestled again is because he did so well in the match against Triple H. The original match Shawn Michaels wanted to have one last match was with Vince McMahon. I agree, Psycho. He was very bad, mate. But the weird thing is, he was fine in 2017 when I watched him wrestle live. It's possible, mate, but I don't think Shawn Michaels would have come out of retirement if he never faced Triple H and had that rivalry. Also, did you know, well, it's mainly a conspiracy theory, but it does make logical sense, that Shawn Michaels left in '98 to deal with drug problems? Because surprisingly, he came back in 2002 as a completely different person. He had a massive drug problem in the '90s. I mean, that back injury, he didn't even touch that freaking casket, really. I think the whole back injury was an excuse. He would have continued to backstage politic like a bastard. Yeah, I agree with that one, Psycho. He did not. They should have brought him back as a wrestler straight away. If they wanted him to wrestle, they shouldn't have had him as a GM. Left in 2007? News on me there, dude. Couldn't tell you what would be different than that one, because I didn't know he left. Oh. Couldn't even tell you on that one, dude. I will just turn him inside out. Yeah. Do I cover UFC? Unfortunately not, mate. I've never really watched much UFC. Only really cover wrestling, mate. What would happen if we never had TLC? TLC really wouldn't be much of a thing now. TLC was really cemented in that match. I think TLC matches would have been very scarce, if best. They kind of revolutionised that idea. Come on, Kevin, beat him up. No, I really don't see him wrestling part-time in his 50s, mate. He hasn't got passion for the wrestling business now. I literally just see him, if he does come back to WWE, having like a year run and then retiring. Literally get shit tons of money and leave again. I couldn't see him wrestling in his 50s. Kevin Owens is getting ass handed to him right now. Well, we wouldn't have AEW, so we wouldn't have a wrestling revolution going on right now. NXT would have stayed 1 hour, stayed consistently good, building up WWE to be even more of a powerhouse in the US wrestling scene. WWE would become record-breaking numbers of sales and fans. We would have never had NXT featured. So NXT would just be a developmental brand, not a third brand. If Dustin Rhodes was never Gold Dust, well, he'd be retired right now. To definitely be sure, he would be retired right now. I think Dustin Rhodes would have retired about 10-15 years ago. I think he would have just kind of been a generic wrestler, jumping around from company to company and never actually cementing himself in the wrestling business. Because Goldust made him. Welcome, Brad. Why the hell are you still awake, dude? It's like 4 in the morning. Well, man should sleep. DX would have failed. DX would have majorly failed. Triple H would have never become a wrestling star if it wasn't for D-Generation X. Man's hardcore playing Fortnite and that. Man's hardcore and Fortnite do not belong in the same sentence, mate. Fucking hell. Man's being judged harshly. Oh, Owen Hart. I'm so sorry for you. He'd be in the Hall of Fame by now, for one. I couldn't tell you. It's just too much of an impact to think about what would have happened if not. I just feel sad for the whole event still. Yeah, that's what I mean, Psycho. He doesn't have passion for this business anymore, really. WWE killed all of the passion in the world that he had for any of wrestling anymore. If he was in 2006, he wouldn't be in existence now, mate. No, Joe, don't, you idiot. Got you injured the first time, Joe. Yeah, the pot would be insane if CM Punk returns. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it'd be nice to see. But one match I sure as hell don't want to see is him versus Rollins. That would be such a drag. Bloody hell. We would have never had Punk. Cocaine clutch, cocaine clutch. It's locked in. It's locked in on Buddy Murphy. Stomp to Rollins. Stomp by Rollins, sorry. Buddy Murphy, 1, 2, victory. That was actually a good ending sequence, to be honest. No, he will definitely not perform as well as he did. Raw was okay, actually. It started off a bit drab, but it kind of picked up. Yeah, CM Punk definitely will not have the same wrestling skills. He's been away from the ring for 6 years. AEW's going to be good, mate. Yeah, 6 years. He's going to have a lot of ring rust. He's got age going against him now. If he returns, it will be bitterly disappointing for a match because I don't think he'll perform as well. He definitely needs to build back up his muscle as well. And never fight in UFC ever again because he can't fight. Yes, Psycho, definitely, mate. They definitely would need to put him in the ring with somebody that will be able to ease him back into the transition of a wrestling match. Daniel Bryan is a fantastic worker and would be the perfect person to work with because Daniel can work with anybody in any style. I'm glad you did, mate. It's been a fun stream. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to film my review and it'll be on it'll be on All Things Wrestling. I'm going to talk about the show and say what was good and not. And there was some bad and there was some good. And I make it up as I go along and just read shit. So that'll be fun. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Anyone watching this after on All Things Wrestling as well, thank you for watching this wrestling stream again because it's like 3 hours. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you, Psycho. It's been an interesting chat all night, mate. I am live on Monday, Wednesday and Fridays for Raw, AEW and SmackDown, and I'll be live for every AEW and WWE pay-per-view. So that is pretty much the streaming schedule regarding wrestling. Yeah, I enjoyed it as well, Ty. You got me thinking about scenarios. But yeah, thank you all for watching the stream. It's been a lot of fun. It really has. If anyone's still watching on Tom Reviews right now, please go over to my main channel, All Things Wrestling, and click the subscribe button, which is where all the content is featured. This is just kind of a way to stream. Alright, peace out, mate. This is just a way to stream it so I can get it onto my other channel, and the way I can still enjoy this with all the fans that come. I will link you 1 second. That is the link to my main channel. So yeah, thank you all. I shall catch you all Wednesday for AEW, and I'll probably try and film a gaming episode for something for tomorrow, maybe. Depends how the day goes, because I'm busy at like 6 in the evening. Probably won't be up till like 4, because I will be awake for the next few hours, because I'll never go to sleep early. Well, thank you all for watching, and I shall catch you all for Wednesday. Bye.